All right, let's take a look at your iPhone app. The iPhone app, it's an amazing addition to your ministry for this reason. It is instant communication with a vast amount of people that are in your congregation. Now, when I use an app in the church, we did an experiment. Basically, we didn't really know how many people were going to use the app. And here's what we found out, that 80% of the people in the church use the app. But we did an Android app and we did an iPhone app, okay? So it wasn't just one or the other. We did both. We did not do a Windows app. I don't know of a single person where I live who has a Windows phone, okay? So we did those two apps, and we ended up with 80% of our congregation, equivalent to 80%, has downloaded the app. Now, people that use it on a weekly basis is very, very high. The response to that people were using it were high, and people watching the live broadcast that we had inside, it increased our broadcast quite a bit. So people were using the app, and let me show you how we use the app at the church I was at. So this is the icon there. We go into it, and we ask them to, for this icon. I'm not real excited about it. But Subsplash can do anything you want. So if you don't like green, army green, you can have literally anything you want there. It's whoever designs it. I'm a little embarrassed of that logo, but anyways, so the very first thing we had come up was a calendar, because, from our data on our website, that was what's viewed most, by our members. And so we this is from our website. We have a page dedicated just to this on our website, and we've embedded it on the first page, and you can scroll down and see what's coming up in the site. Now, Subsplash has the ability that you can go in and manage a calendar that's standard, and it looks a little better to the end user, but here's what we found out. We have a small staff at the church. So instead of putting two events in, one in the calendar for the website and one in the calendar for the app, we decided we only wanted to put it in there once, because trying to manage that stuff, putting it in isn't that hard, but managing it, changing the details, did I get both? Are they both in sync? Are they, are the same in both places, or forgetting can be a nightmare for the smaller staff that we have. And so we decided to embed the calendar that's on our website, a mobile version of it, right there in the app. So that's what we've done, and that is a request you can make to Subsplash. Now here's what's fun. So under the live area, we have a live. We only have one stream, so we can go in there, and it's currently offline, but it'll pop up, and you can, watch it right there. It should just be music. I don't know if you're going to see this or not. So it's airplaying, and that live feed is offline. Okay. But if there was a broadcast going, it would show you the pastor preaching and things like that. Okay. And so you can watch it. People can share that just by clicking that little arrow button. They can share it with their friends if they want to watch it. So we embedded our live stream into the app there, and that was very, it was used. I used it every week, but when we were out of town, I would always watch it. And then I know for a fact that we had military that would be out of town doing things, and they would watch it with their family live, or we had military that was overseas. We live right next to a military base, and they would be overseas. They would tune into it so they could experience the same service that their kids, their children, or their family, their wives were experiencing. And fun. And in fact, one of the favorite things for children with fathers overseas, or mothers, either one, but we only had fathers, and they would walk in front of the camera during handshaking. We'd have handshaking, and they would wave because they knew that their dad would be watching the live stream. Very fun. All right, and the next thing on our list is we use past sermons. So we can organize. Subsplash allows you to organize the different topics that we're studying over. And so unveiling the future revelations, you can see that our pastor stays in one area for a very long time. 37 messages, but go into here and you can watch the video right at the top. Let's go full screen. So there's the video. We'll stop that, or you can listen to it there's a place to also put in there to listen to the message. And so this would just be audio only. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's playing. And so you have the choice to either listen if you want to keep the bandwidth low, if you have an area Maybe you're jogging or something like that, and I can hear it in the background.
This angel who's been talking to John all the way through here, this angel comes along.
Okay, there we go. And so you have that choice to either listen or you can watch the video. Either one. It's in one convenient location together. It's not separate or anything like that. So back to the past sermons, there's other things that have been going on. Christmas and spiritual gifts the Sunday night, and you can organize them that way. The other thing that we like to do is videos, and that's testimonies. We have a place for testimonies. We have a place for baptisms. So if there's a baptism somebody wants to watch, their kid, maybe they're out of town, family, grandparents, whatever, they could go in here and watch that. There's also shows. We like to organize it this way. So if we have a choir special with children, we can input that in the shows area. And then we have youth, our Falls Creek. All the videos we did for Falls Creek, Nathan Woods did them this year. He did a great job, and he put in each of these videos. And I'm just curious, because I haven't seen this one yet, what it looks like on his intro.
This is our cabin.
These guys are fun. Very cool. All right, so that's kind of an overview of that part right there. That's what we chose to do. The last part is maps, giving, and Facebook. Right there, you can click map. It'll take you to the map so that you can navigate straight to the church. Gives you the location right there. And I can get directions in map on the iPhone. It works a little differently on the Android. The newsletter. This is my Safari is not hooked up right. It would go to the newsletter. You could give Facebook or website are the links that we have chosen to set up there. That's an overview of how we use our app. Now let me give you an overview of the church app or Subsplash. They're the same company. You can see at the very bottom of this page. Their church division is called the church app. The overall company is called Subsplash, and there may be even a parent company over that. But this company, let me give you, this is, we've went over how I use the app, how, churches use it differently. But let me give you an overview of what their service is. So they service large churches like Saddleback. They service medium-sized churches, smaller churches, and even the smallest of churches. Their average price is $99 a month, but you can customize this any way you want to. So if you have a desire to do it differently than what I have done here, you can in their website. You get your own interface when you sign up. You can go into that website and adjust what you see at the bottom. So you may want your live to be first. So that's simple. You drag and drop and move it to the calendar position. The calendar would move over. Everything's drag and drop. Everything's easy. You're going to call them up for help. They've got support, and they will walk you through everything. Okay. Everything's customizable. If you want to do, another thing people like to do is a blog from the pastor or a blog from the church. And of course, you could put down here, instead of live, you could put a blog tab, and it would suck in all the information from your website for your blog. So what you see here is not what it's limited to. I've kind of given you a vision of what we do, but it's completely customizable, and we've had very good success with Subsplash. So I would recommend them if you want an app. If you want to reach your congregation, then that would be the app to use. Now, why did we use it? Again, we found out we have a church. First Baptist East is a church of 500 people on average. On average Sunday, you're going to average 500. We found out that 400 people had downloaded the app. Notifications, you can opt into notifications, and we had a high, almost 300 people that said yes to notifications. So what does this mean, notification? This is a feature I haven't talked about yet. Notifications, it comes down, at the top of your Android or iPhone, and it dings you with information. So the way we could use that, we could only do a certain amount of notifications a day. There is a limit, okay? But you could send out, if you had a cancel service, you could send out and say, hey, we're not having services tonight because of snow, okay? Send it to all the people that have the app still, and that would eliminate the need as much to call and different things. Of course, we put it on the website. We did make a few phone calls in addition to that. Another great thing about notifications is when we do our live service, we would send out a notification, say, Pastor Doug is going to begin preaching in 5 minutes. Be sure to catch his message. Or another week, we may say the service starts in 5 minutes. Be sure to catch the whole service. We kind of alternate between the two to give them different information. And so those are how we use notifications primarily. You can be creative and use notifications however you want to. I love having an app. I think it's a great addition for a church. It's a great way to communicate, a great way to keep people informed, and a great way to keep your message in front of people. You're going to increase the amount of people that are listening to your message if you have an iPhone app. All right, check out subsplash.com or go to thechurchapp.com and check out their website and their features. And it's around, you can get the price for $99.